All right, hockey fans. Hockey Night in Belmont with Gomer. Got another hockey card package in the mail, and we'll open up and check it out. Little cut job. Oh, we taped it up really nice, like that. Well protected. And they're in hard plastic. I like even better. So these cards are definitely taped them up really well. Too well. Finally got this done. So what we got a Guy Lafleur, first team All-Star. Steve Shutt, first team All-Star. That one's not in hard plastic. Kenny Dryden, first team All-Star. Serge Savard, defense from the Montreal Canadiens. Doug Jarvis, center, Montreal Canadiens. So these are all Montreal Canadiens, all the same year. Only one is in hard plastic. And then we got a Mark Tardif, Montreal Canadiens. 6 cards, all Montreal Canadiens. The Guy Lafleur, this is the 1976-77. So this is their second Stanley Cup in a row season out of their 4. And this was when Lafleur, Steve Shutt were on fire. Lafleur scored 56 goals, 80 assists for 136 points. Steve Shutt had scored 60 goals to go with 45 assists for 105 points. They were line mates. Kenny Dryden posted a .214 goals against average in 56 games with 10 shutouts. This was in an era when goalie pads didn't cover your knees, let alone the net. And the equipment was pretty bad. Kenny Dryden was a big guy. I think if he wore today's goalie equipment, or the goalie equipment of the late 90s, his goals against average would have been like 1.4. Serge Savard had a decent year. And Dougie Jarvis was his second year, and was already one of the top checking forwards. Mark Tardif. So this card is from 1971-72. He had scored 31 goals that year. Now Tardif, he didn't see a future in Montreal, so he jumped to the WHA and played for the Quebec Nordiques for years. I believe he came back to the NHL when Quebec jumped to the NHL and played another couple of years, but that's... Now, I used to have this set, the 76-77 set. I had this whole set as a kid. Also had it as an uncut sheet as a poster. But we never took care of the cards and they got thrown out. These ones I never had. This is the year I was born, was 71. So this was the year I was born, and I do have a few of those sitting around the house. Now, I paid only $20.01 for the entire lot. It was free shipping. So it was a fairly good deal considering the quality of these cards, the age of the cards, and the members of the cards. After all, 4 of these guys are in the Hall of Fame. Lafleur, Shutt, Dryden, and Savard. Jarvis was a well-respected Frank Selke winner. Tardif, he was definitely a WHA Hall of Famer. And was a former #1 draft pick of the Montreal Canadiens. The quality of these cards is extremely good. I would call it excellent to near mint. Especially this one. The 71-72 is really good condition. I was impressed by it. The Lafleur card's in pretty good condition. The corners are nice and crisp. The problem with OPC at the time, the company that they hired to make the cards and cut them, they were using a wire cutter. So after a while, when it got dull, it looked like they got more and more ragged, the edges. By the end of the wire's life, it looked like someone had just taken 2 hands and torn them apart at the seams. Like Kenny Dryden's card, you can tell it's not centered right. You can see it's off here, there's more here. While Lafleur, his card is slightly moored center. And Shutt is almost perfectly centered, almost. As is Jarvis and Savard. Start, because those are the most expensive cards, are obviously the Montreal Canadiens. We have 3 first-team All-Stars, so I'll keep collecting this set, as well as this one. I have a Guy Lafleur for this one, but it's damaged. But I have more of those coming in the mail. Anyway, that's all we got for this opening. Until next time, this has been Hockey Night in Belmont.